കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ അവസാനിപ്പിച്ചത് the man from hell has suggested he said, shall we say goodbye to our stick somewhere around here? Shall we stop the business? നമുക്ക് ഈ പരിപാടി ഇവിടെ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. കാരണം ഈ ഒരു വടിയുടെ കാര്യം മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നാൽ പറ്റില്ല, വേറെ ഒരുപാട് വടിയുണ്ട്. So shall we say goodbye to our stick somewhere around here? Then woman from hell says, you mean you are going to throw it away just like that? Are you going to throw away the stick? Then man from hell says, of course, that is the regulation, that is the rule. അതാണല്ലോ നിയമം പറയുന്നത്. He looks around, he discovers a hole in the gutter. അവിടെ ഒരു കുഴി കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. And stands the stick in it. Stands the stick. He makes the stick stand. He inserts the stick into the hole. If I leave it standing this way, if I keep it like this, it will attract attention. മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ ശ്രദ്ധ ആകർഷിക്കും. And somebody is sure to pick it up before long. Somebody might take it up. So he takes a step back, അല്പം പുറകോട്ട് നീങ്ങുന്നു, and examines the stick again. Oh, it's a handy size. കൊള്ളാം, കയ്യിൽ ഒതുങ്ങുന്ന ഒന്നാണ്. And as sticks go, it is a pretty good specimen. It's a good specimen of a stick. കൊള്ളാം, ഇതൊരു നല്ല വടിയാണ്. It could be used, for example, it could be used for anything. It could be used for the handle of a placard. Men will find several uses for this stick because it is an excellent stick. It's a good specimen of a stick. Then woman from hell suddenly takes hold of the stick. She takes the stick and pulls it out from the hole. ആ കുഴിയിൽ നിന്ന് അത് വലിച്ചെടുക്കുന്നു. Man from hell, what do you think you are doing? What on earth are you doing? Woman from hell, she's a woman, you know. She has more feelings, more sympathetic. Oh, it's too cruel. അയ്യോ, അതങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യരുത്, അത് ഭയങ്കര ക്രൂരമാണ്. Man from hell, cruel, you mean? Am I being cruel to the stick? No, he is too dumbfounded, too shocked to continue. He can't continue. Cruel? Now, woman from hell says, we should give it to the child. No, this stick should be returned to the child. Don't you think that is the least we can do, as long as we are going to get rid of it anyway? ഏതായാലും നമ്മളിത് കളയാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. അപ്പം നമുക്ക് ഇത് പയ്യനം കൊടുത്താലോ? I think that is the best thing that we can do. Anyway, we are going to throw it away. We are going to get rid of it. So, it is better that we give this stick to the boy, the child, woman from hell. But it is something special. It's something special to that child. No, man from hell says, no, don't talk nonsense. Don't talk nonsense. A stick is nothing more than a stick. Don't try to have any special attachment to it. A stick is a stick. No matter who has it, whether it is a child or you or me, a stick is a stick. That's all. It ends there. But woman from hell says, but it is something special to that child. A stick may be a stick, but as far as that child is concerned, it is something special. To him, it is something special. Then, man from hell. Why? Woman from hell says, at least it ought to serve as a kind of mirror. As a kind of mirror. A mirror is something in which a person can see his own image. സ്വന്തം പ്രതിച്ഛായ, സ്വന്തം രൂപം കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു സാധനമാണ് കണ്ണാടി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. He can examine himself. So he can look at the stick and he can examine himself, study himself and make sure that he won't become a stick like his father. Now from this stick he can learn a lesson. ഒരു പാഠം പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റും. He can avoid transforming himself into a stick because his father became a stick. And from looking at the stick, he can learn lessons and he can avoid such a possibility. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സാധ്യത അവൻ ഇല്ലാതാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. Now, man from hell bursts out laughing. അവൻ പൊട്ടിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. Examine himself. The child looking at the stick and examining himself. Why should anyone who is satisfied with himself do that? Now, why should a person do that? Woman from hell, was this stick satisfied with himself? Do you think this stick during his lifetime was happy with himself? Was satisfied with himself? Do you think so? No, man from hell. Don't you see? നിനക്ക് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നില്ലേ? It was precisely because he was so satisfied that he turned into a stick. അവൻ ഒരു വടിയായി മാറാൻ കാരണം because he was happy. He was very much satisfied with his own life that he became a stick. Woman from hell stares at stick and then there is she stops for some time, a short pause. Just supposing this stick could hear what we have been saying. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഈ വടിക്ക് കേൾക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നു എന്ന് കരുതുക. Just imagine, suppose that this stick could hear. Then the stick to himself, because he always talks in aside, he talks to himself, the stick to himself weakly, very softly. The stick says, of course I can hear every last word. I can hear. Then man from hell, I have no specific information myself. I don't have any information about that. Whether the stick can listen to, whether the stick can hear our conversation, that is a human conversation, the conversation between you and me, whether he can hear or he cannot hear, I don't know. I have no idea about that. Since it is quite outside my own specialty, I'm not supposed to know that. But scholars in the field, people who have studied about such things, scholars in the field have advanced the theory that they can in fact hear what we are saying. ആ പണ്ഡിതന്മാര് ഇതിനെപ്പറ്റി പഠിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ആളുകൾ പറയുന്നത് that sticks can hear the human conversation. This is what they say. Now, woman from hell, what do you suppose he feels to hear us talk this way? What do you suppose he feels to hear? Now, what do you think? അവന് കേൾക്കുന്നതിനെപ്പറ്റി നീ എന്താ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്? Exactly as a stick would feel. Naturally, just as it would feel. Assuming, of course, ഒന്ന് കരുതുക എന്ത്, that the sticks have feelings, because they are just like human beings. But a stick is not supposed to have any feeling, because it is a man after his death has turned into a stick. So dead people, dead bodies, dead men, dead women, dead human beings, dead bodies have no feelings. Now, woman from hell. Satisfied, you mean? Man from hell. With emphasis. തറപ്പിച്ച് പറയുന്നു. There is no room for arguments. വേണ്ട. ഇനിയിപ്പോ വാദപ്രതിവാദം വേണ്ട. There is no need of any argument. See, this is final. This is the conclusion. A stick is a stick. A stick is a stick. That simple fact takes precedence over the problems of logic. So no need of applying any logic or rationality. So just leave it at this. A stick is a stick. Come now. Madi. We stop here. We stop the discussion. We stop the arguments here. Come now. Put the stick back where it was. അതെവിടെയായിരുന്നു ഇരുന്നത്? അവിടെ തിരിച്ചു വെക്കുക. Our next assignment is waiting for us because we have many other things to do. So our other duties are waiting for us. Now, woman from hell, with a compassionate expression, അവളുടെ മുഖത്താകെ ഒരു വല്ലാത്ത ഒരു expression, very compassionate, feelings of sympathy and other things, the human feelings. She gently returns stick to the hole in the gutter from where they took it out. The man who turned into a stick, up until this point, ഇതുവരെ എഴുന്നേറ്റിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു, has been registering. He has been the stick, the man who turned into a stick. Now, up to this time, he has been registering various shades of reaction to the conversation of man and woman. അവർ പറയുന്നതിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചുള്ള പ്രതികരണങ്ങൾ മുഴുവൻ അവൻ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുകയാണ്. But from now, ഇനി മുതൽ, from now on, his emotions are petrified. Emotions are dead into immobile state between fury and despair. Some other emotion, something between anger, കോപത്തിന്റെയും നിരാശയുടെയും ഇടയ്ക്കുള്ള എന്തോ ഒരു ഭാവത്തിലേക്ക് മാറുന്നു. Stick. He says to himself, satisfied. അവർ പറയുന്നു, ജീവിതത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് സംതൃപ്തിയുണ്ടെന്ന്. Satisfied. Woman from hell. But why must we go through the motions of whipping a dead man this way? നമ്മൾ എന്തിനാ ഒരു ചത്ത മനുഷ്യനെ, the stick is a dead man. Now why should we whip? നമ്മൾ എന്തിനാ അവനെ ഇങ്ങനെ അലക്കുന്നത്? Why should we go through the motions of whipping, beating a dead man this way? Man from hell. We are not particularly concerned with the dead. We are not concerned about that. Our job is, this is our job, because we are people from hell. I am man from hell, you are woman from hell. And what is our job? We are not supposed to go into the minds, into the feelings and emotions of others. What is our job? Our job is to record their lives accurately. Whatever we find, just register it, jot it down, record it, lowering his voice to tell the truth. Satyam parayananengil, it is extremely dubious whether or not we in fact exist. നമ്മൾ തന്നെ ജീവിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? Do we exist? നമ്മൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സംഗതി ഉണ്ടോ? You and me, do we exist? That is dubious. That is very, very doubtful. Woman from hell. What do you mean by that? എന്താ അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം? What do you mean by that? Well, man from hell. There is a theory that we are no more than the dreams that people have when they are on the point of death. There is such a theory here. What is it? That we are, that is we, you and me, we are no more than the dreams that people have. The dreams that people have when they are on the point of death. മരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആളുകൾക്കുണ്ടാകുന്ന സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ന് ചില ആളുകൾ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. There's a theory. A woman from hell. If those are dreams, they are horrible nightmares. അത് സ്വപ്നമാണെങ്കിൽ അത് വെറും സ്വപ്നമല്ല, ഭീകര സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണ്. Nightmares. Man from hell. That's right. അത് ശരിയാ. That's right. Woman from hell. Then there is no likelihood that they are satisfied. സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണെങ്കിൽ, സ്വപ്നങ്ങൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ആഗ്രഹങ്ങളാണ്. അതായത് Dreams are, desires unfulfilled. Desires unfulfilled. So there is no likelihood that they are satisfied. If people like you and me, if we are, then there is no likelihood. If we are dreams turned into like this, when there is no likelihood, there is no possibility that they are satisfied because they are dreams. To have nightmares, even though you are satisfied, that's a terrible contradiction. It's a discussion about the various possibilities of themselves, the man who turned into a stick, the woman who turned into a stick, the stick, man from hell, woman from hell, all those things. Man from hell, perhaps, it might be described as a moment of doubt, some say, and then that follows satisfaction. The moment of doubt that follows satisfaction. In any case, what is done is done. In tones meant to cheer the woman. Now we'll have to hurry. We have exactly 3 minutes left. If we are late, then there will be all hell to pay later on. See, that will be all hell because he is a man from hell and woman from hell. Starts walking, leading the way. Don't worry. You will get used to it. You will get used to it. You will get used to it before you know. I was the same way myself. I was like this. Sometimes you get confused by the false fronts people put on. The false fronts, the false airs, the false shows that people put on. But once you realize that a stick was a stick, even while it was alive, now, woman from hell, she turns to look back at the stick. But somewhat more cheerful now. Is the next person going to be a stick too? They meet people, people who are dead, dying people. Now, the next person, the person that we are going to meet next, is it also a stick? Then man from hell. It would be nice if we got something more unusual this time. Woman from, what do you suppose? Those kids. The hippie boy and the hippie girl. Those kids who try to keep us from getting the stick will turn into what will they become? What is their fate? What is the fate that awaits the hippie girl and the hippie boy? You mean the hippies? Woman from hell. They didn't seem much like sticks, did they? Now, man from hell, if they don't turn into sticks, maybe they will become rubber hoses. Hose, pipe. Pipe. The hose, they will turn into rubber hoses. Well, the man and the woman from hell exit. They are about to go out to the stage right. Stick idellam kettondirikkan. To himself, satisfied? Me? Stupid fools. Would a satisfied man run away from his own child? ഒരു സന്തോഷവാനായിട്ടുള്ള സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു മനുഷ്യൻ, do you think such a man will run away from his child and jump off a roof? Jumping off a roof is suicide, committing suicide. Now what kind of people commit suicide? People who are unhappy, people who are unsatisfied. So do you think I am satisfied? Well, now in another section of the stage, man and woman from hell reappear as silhouettes. Silhouette എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാല് പുറകിൽ നല്ല വെളിച്ചത്തില് ഒരാളിങ്ങനെ നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു കറുത്ത ഒരു ഷാഡോ കാണാം. സൂര്യനെതിരായിട്ട് ഒട്ടകം നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മരം നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു കറുത്ത ഒരു ഷെയ്ഡ് കാണാം. അതാണ് സിലുവറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ബ്ലാക്ക് ഷാഡോ against a very bright background is silhouette. So they can They can be seen in the form of shadows. Now, man from hell, the sky is the color of a swamp. ഈ എന്താണ് ചതുപ്പ് നിലം, a swamp. It is the color of a swamp, cloudy with disinfectant. Now he sings a song, a verse. On the cold, wet ground, another man has changed into a stick. Because these people are taking account of the people, a man from hell and woman from hell. They are taking account of the people who turn into objects, especially sticks. So he sings a song. On the cold, wet ground, another man has changed into a stick. Now, woman from hell, she also sings almost a similar song. Yes, he has been verified, but not registered. Now, the verification has been done, but not registered. He is shut up, that man who has turned into a stick. He is shut up inside the shape of a stick. That man, the man who is dead now, has been enclosed within a stick. He is not he is not unlucky. So he must be happy. So that man must be a happy person. Stick speaks to himself. I have never once felt satisfied. The satisfaction I have never known in my life. But I wonder what it would be better to turn into. എന്താവണം എന്ന് ഞാൻ ചിന്തിക്കുകയാണ്. വടിയല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരുപക്ഷെ എന്താവണം മരിച്ചു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ. The one thing somebody in the world is sure to pick up is a stick. ലോകത്തിൽ ഏതൊരു മനുഷ്യനും എടുക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള സാധനം അതൊരു വടിയാണ്. It's a stick. Man from hell. He has been verified but not registered. Talking about the man, the latest incident of a man turning into a stick. The man has been shut up inside the shape of a stick. He can't so much as budge anymore, but he can't change. Well, and that's a problem. The woman from hell, supposing he begins to itch somewhere, അവൻ എവിടെങ്കിലും ചൊറിയുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലോ? Now, what will he do? How will he fare? How will he address that problem? Man from hell, I'm afraid a stick would probably lack the talent to scratch his own back. ഒരു വടിക്ക് അതിൻ്റെ തന്നെ പുറം ചൊറിയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? I don't think a stick can scratch its own back. It lacks the talent. Woman from hell, but anyway, you mustn't mind. Don't worry. You are not the only one of your kind. Man from hell steps forward. മുന്നോട്ട് നീങ്ങിട്ട് points his finger around the audience like this. Look. വടിയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടെ ധാരാളമുണ്ട്. വനം വടി കൊണ്ട് നിറഞ്ഞതാണ്. There's a whole forest of sticks around you. It's about people dying. And death is with us. Death is something that we live with. There's a whole forest of sticks around you. All those innocent people, each one determined to turn into a stick, slightly different from everybody else. Well, the only thing is, this world is full of sticks, filled with the sticks. Because if there are people, living men and women, it means, there are dead men and women. ജീവനുള്ള ആളുകളുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മരിച്ച ആളുകളുണ്ട് എന്നർത്ഥം. It is those living people who die. Now, all those innocent people, each one determined to turn into a slightly different stick from everybody else. But nobody wants to think of turning into anything besides a stick. വടിയല്ലാതെ മാറണം എന്നാരും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നില്ല. All those sticks, everybody thinks of, becoming a stick after death. You may never be judged, but at least you don't have to worry about being punished. You don't have to worry about because you are a stick. It is with a stick that you punish others. I wouldn't want you to think I'm saying these things just to annoy. I don't want to trouble you. I don't want to annoy you. Surely you don't suppose I'd be capable of such a rudeness. I don't want to annoy you. I don't want to trouble you. Heaven forbid. He tries to smile, forces a smile. It's just a simple truth, the truth as I see it. Idana Satyam, I don't want to trouble you. Now, woman from hell ends the play. She goes up to the man who turned into a stick. The woman from hell, and speaks in pleading, rather jerky phrases, as if she's making a request in a pleading manner. Yes, that's right. You are not alone. Don't be afraid. You are not alone. You have, several people to keep company with. You have a lot of friends. Every living man dies. You have a lot of friends. Men who turned into sticks. So, curtain falls, and this is the end of the man who turned into a stick. The man who turned into a stick. That's it. So the curtain falls. ഇതാണ് ആ നാടകത്തിൻ്റെ അവസാനം. നമുക്കിവിടെ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ try to find out what the meaning of this drama. ഇതെന്താണിത്? ഇതിൻ്റെ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങൾ. What is the significance? ഈ സാധനങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് വായിച്ചിട്ട് ഒന്ന് വരും. നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ദിവസം we'll have more discussions